Never, 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 never invest in something where you don't have control. And unfortunately, at 17 years old, I have this big injury. I need to go back to my house with my family and reinvent completely myself. I make this company multimillionaire, and I started to invest in real estate in Italy at 22 years old.
Welcome to today's episode of Free to Lead, Journeys of Leaders, driven by passion, inspired by purpose. And today I have with me Dr. Jacopo, and he's got a very interesting backstory. He was on track to be a professional soccer player that had an injury, and at the same time been studying self-development and making money and real estate. And he's a great career in business and now in real estate. Author of his book, Healthy, Rich and Happy. With no further ado, Jacopo, welcome to Free to Lead.
Well, thank you to invite me, and I really appreciate to stay over here and try to share more information is possible coming from my heart, my mind, and to try to inspire, and not only inspire, but give powerful information to put in practice for your audience.
Great. And just to let people know, so they're not struggling with your accent, you're actually from Italy, the south of Italy, I believe, yes?
Yeah, I coming from Napoli, yes. I decided to live 8 months in Miami, where I am right now. 3 months I live in Italy, and I travel, and 1 month in Dubai every January,
Right. All right, very good. So, interesting story in the bits I've got so far. Could you share with us your journey? How do you end up being, I think, entrepreneur, a doctor, writing your book?
Yeah, first of all, like my journey starting how I coming from Napoli, beautiful city from two beautiful parents, and I grow up with a lot of love, like you, like other people. Every time we have a lot of dream, and my first dream in my life is becoming professional soccer. Put all the energy, all the effort in this. And from 7 years old until 17 is all my life. Leave my house, Napoli, around 14 years old to play professional in different team in Italy. And unfortunately, at 17 years old, I have this big injury. I need to go back to my house with my family and reinvent completely myself. Because when you play soccer, you are focused on soccer and you are not focused in study or something. And what's happening at that time, I need to completely reinvent myself, understand where I need to go, what I need to do. But I have this passion inside me from really young age, and starting around 11 years old to read a lot about other human beings, about businessmen, about people touch other humanity. And what's happening 18 years old, started to understand that only through business you possible create really abundance. And I starting to external abundance, really, because every work have some kind of hour where you work 9 to 5, for example. When you are an entrepreneur, where you are an investor, you create your own time, you decide, and you have the possibility to becoming wealth, and spread out your message with more power. And for this reason, I received this gift to the divine, started to do business, started to open one shop with some money from the government of Italy, and open one shop, this shop, a jewelry shop. I close because I put in the wrong position, learn the first thing, location, the most important thing. Close, sleep on the second floor, 3 months in the second step of my shop. And, my family told me, come back. And, I try to push them because I feel hurt. No, not because they don't want me, but because it's something inside me. What's happening? I asked to my father 8,000 euro to change the location. I am really study because I use these 4 pillars in every business. First of all, I research. Second of all, grow. Third, I do action, football, I do contribution. What's happening, I research really deeply with the business I'm moving. And from over there, I open Modo 20 shop. I make this company multimillionaire, and I started to invest in real estate in Italy at 22 years old. Thanks to one book. The book Possible Changed Life, and one book changed my vision, my life, everything. The book Rich Dad Poor Dad of Robert Kiyosaki, where he opened completely something new. From over there, I open another company with a really big success, betrayed to my ex-partner, travel in Africa. And at 28 years old, my life started to change because revenue in Italy for my business starting to have less revenue. And I decided to search something new, something related to my business, jewelry and real estate. And what's happening around 2009, 2010, I started to research, and I see the big opportunity in Florida when market crashed with the subprime. I remember like yesterday, this graphic in Zillow where the property couple of years before valued 4 times more the what value after couple of years. And what's happening? I take the flight coming in Florida, a lot of sadness, a lot of difficulty for the 3-4 years, go back to Italy because I have my business over there. Thanks God, how I explain, I have a beautiful father, my hero. He take care about the business. After 2-3 years, started really to working over here in Florida. I make more than 355 flipping, create cash flow to live everywhere where I want. It is a really blueprint to create, first of all, inner power, and after go through your dream through the vehicle of real estate, because I believe real estate is the most powerful vehicle somebody possible use to create wealth.
Great. Okay, good. And then in Miami, is that where you'd say your business really is now?
Yeah, I do like I have interest in Italy too, but I do the main business is in Miami. I working in Florida in general and in other state too, because I am specializing in flipping auction in particular, create cash flow and invest in land. Plus, I invest in multifamily.
Great. And then how big's your team? Do you have a team?
How big my team? My team is like created every time one opportunity is coming. Thanks to the real estate. Real estate is a powerful tools because give you the opportunity to create opportunity without have any kind of cost. This means I have a broker company with a lot of agent inside my broker company, but for the investment part, how I working with a fund of investor where, I invest my money and their money, buy property and hire people to fix it, and after I resell the properties. Real estate is not how I possible share with you. It's not have a shop or create a chain of jewelry, how I do it before, where I have, more than 25 people working for me. Real estate give me the freedom to have like 3-4 people full hiring to do all the job of marketing, to marketize, find opportunity. But the beautiful about real estate, you after choose and decide which kind of company is working better to fix the property. And this is give you freedom, because you know better than me, when you have a lot of people working for you, I have experience before, first of all with my chain of jewelry and after with another company is in the same business of jewelry. You have a really too much connect to the other people. If they have some important rules in your company, you becoming almost slave to them. Real estate is the opposite. Real estate give you the freedom to create your team based in the most important part. Find opportunity, find deal, and after decide who you pick based on price, based on capacity, based on relationship for your project. When I build, I have some company. When I fix a small property under $1 million, I use other company. And this is the beauty about real estate.
Fantastic, fantastic. Now, if you look back, you obviously had a few times where you pivoted, right? But what would you say your biggest lesson you could impart to people would be throughout that journey? And then let's just stay with real estate, right? Because a lot of business owners end up investing in real estate or want to invest in real estate. So Could you share with us, maybe a big failure you had and then you learned a big lesson from it?
Yeah. Okay. The first lesson I learned in Italy, lost 1 million euro, means never, 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 never invest in something where you don't have control. Really easy. When, for example, for my experience, I invest in one center of shop where this big center of shop need to be at that time becoming one the most important center of shop in all Italy. The name is Polo della Qualità, where it's big brand supposedly need to be over there. But unfortunately, when you buying something where you don't have the control of your investment, if other people they make mistake, you possibly lose your money. I mean, this is for real estate lesson. Second lesson I share with your audience is this one. Real estate is beautiful and is more easy of other kind of business because I told you I am serial entrepreneur. This means I create different business. But now I try to stick with real estate because I know it's the more easy. And I explain why. When you do a business in real estate, technically you have only two options to make a mistake. When you buy and when you fix, if you buy something to fix. But if you pay attention at these two important aspects, you never lose money, And
Right.
this is the most important thing because people, when they make mistake in real estate, because they make their mistake in these two things, they buy too high or they make mistake when they fix because they don't understand the process to fix. Each real estate is connected to another human being, to who is the final client to you. If you buy for luxury and you sell to them, you need to put something so luxury to improve their vision in their property, where they feel, emotion immediately when they go in the kitchen, when they go in the bathroom. If you are buy for medium, low class of people, means you need to create and use other kind of product, but create the same emotion like the luxury human being,
So if I'm reading that right, you got to buy at the right price because you'll lose money if you don't. You're not going to make money. And then you've got to not only watch what you spend on fixing up the property, but also fix it so it gives the right feeling when people walk into it.
Correct. Finalize like everything, have clear who is your final client, and based on this, utilize the correct material for the final client. Normally, for somebody buy a property for 500K is not the same property to somebody buy $5 million of property. Means you need to pay attention to which kind the final client you direct your offer, and based on this, choose. I return to the important part to hiring the correct people in this to find the correct, for example, general contractor. They will be completely different because one for some kind of human being, another one for other.
Yeah, very good. Very good. So someone, maybe they've got some money to invest or they're looking to invest some of their portfolio into real estate. Where should they start?
In United States, you don't need to have necessarily money. Looks crazy, but it's reality. Thanks God, I met this country, United States, because I know you are from England, and we are neighbor because I go in Italy a lot of time during my year, but United States is completely another mind where it's important to find opportunity. You find immediately the money because you have a private lender, you are investor like me and everything. But I think so for people, they have money, they have the fast route. People, they create money, they have like something so important. First of all, they possible invest. I segment my capacity to invest in three ways. First of all, flipping for generate money quick.
Yes.
Means going out maximum 5 6 months, depend from the market, depend from the area, but in general this is the time I stay in the deal. And maximum means it's possible to sell in 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, but this is the time. Second of all, create the cash flow through two-way. Big multifamily will be better, and I learned through my process in my life, and I will explain why. The same effort you have to buy a small 5-unit, fourplex or twoplex or triplex, whatever, you will have to buy a more big multifamily. Now, normally, if you don't have a million, you need to cooperate with somebody. And a lot of people, in particular in United States, and I invest personally in some kind of project, they offer really good return based on the cash flow and based on the final return of the investment. Quindi cash flow, the second aspect. The third part is, land segmentation means in United States is opportunity everywhere, means you possible try to have some deep information through the public records, because a lot of information is public, to understand where buy land and do something called, not a lot of investors they want to share, but I want to share with your audience, called variation. Variations means something where you build a land in one area where you already know to your study, to your research, and you will have like really big growing in the area near, and you ask to the city to bring your land, have more possibility to build. This give really 20x in 5 years. And this is what I do. I segment my capacity to invest cash flow for real estate, flipping, and land. And this is the same people, they have money, but normally if they don't have experience, they need somebody. And I think so, in particular in United States, is a lot of opportunity to find correct people to invest with their experience.
If we had a magic wand and we could wave it, where would you want to be in the next 12 months?
My goal will be, share, first of all, my book, Healthy, Rich, and Happy, with more people is possible, because these three words represent, the dream of everybody. And I working every day to maintain these three words. The second aspect will be create, through the real estate, something where touch other human being. Means, I'm working on some project where the house is not anymore a house where you live, but is a place when you arrive, you feel completely connect with the house, and you will feel completely connect with what I believe. I believe in the part where everybody, first of all, we need to create our inner power, and after go through the external abundance. And my next 12 months, I will create some project where I already work, where when the people, they go over there, they feel, correct music when they go in the house to bring down the stress. They feel they have some different kind of product I use every day for my biohacking, something to rejuvenate mind and body. And this one is so important because we go through a lot of stress during our time. External stress create. And now I think is the moment the market is ready to receive this kind of product in real estate,
Great. Great. And what do you see could be your challenges are to realizing what you just created? What could be blocking you from accomplishing all of that if you look?
The block will be only the capacity to don't put my mind 100% on focus in one thing. Because how we work, we have the monkey mind. We try to jump to one thing, to another one, to one thing, to another one. In my life in general, I'm really stick because I coming from sport background, means I have rules, I have a clear idea where I need to go. But sometimes if you don't repeat every day, for this reason, I create this method, I assemble this method called MPB, Meditation, Pray, Biohacking, and Exercise, where is in the book Healthy, Rich, and Happy. Stick every time with what is my goal. Means, to respond to your question, the only stuck will be don't put in practice my method every day, but finally I will arrive at what I have in mind,
Great. Well, how would people get in contact with you? Let's say they wanted to say, hey, I want you to invest in my idea. I've got a deal. I need some money. Or they just want to reach out to you and get your book or work with you. How would they find you?
Yes, Will. First of all, I will ask to your audience to help me share this message, this three word Healthy, Rich, and Happy, to buy through Amazon my book or to my website, www.healthyrichandhappy.com. And they possible find all the information to connect direct with me, understand what I do, and try to understand that this three word, healthy, rich, and happy, is no phantomatic word, but is reality. You need to only understand and set up your goal and working on the three areas most important in our life: healthy, the happiness, and after coming the richness, because everything is connected.
Great. Well, it's been great having you on the show. Thank you so much for being on Free to Lead.
Will, I really appreciate your word, and I hope so during your podcast with this word we elite some human being.